Yo, what's up guys, it's the Goblin here, and today I'm bringing you guys a double Moab with the P90. The first kill streak is with the P90, pick up the first Moab with the P90, and then the second streak I pick up the UMP with extended mags, just pick it up off the ground and pick up a Moab with that. And the thing about this gameplay is there were some slow parts where I cut it out, and it's a pretty fast double Moab if you count out the cutout parts. It's around 6 minutes this video, and that's pretty cool. So basically what we're doing is, this is during my live stream, about a week ago, and this was on Carbon 6v6 domination, playing with a party. And what we do is basically we keep them in C-Dom for the first half of this gameplay, and then we flip them over and keep them in A-Dom for the second half. But I'm not really here to talk about the gameplay. It's a pretty impressive gameplay. Obviously when you get 2 Moabs in one game, you played pretty well, no matter what the circumstances are. To beat 24 people in a row in a gunfight 2 times in one game is fairly impressive, no matter what. So anyway guys, enjoy the gameplay. If you did enjoy it, give it a like, and then here I'll begin to my topic. So the topic for today is Black Ops 2, and there's been lots of information released. David Vonderhaar is being really active on Twitter. He's releasing little hints on Twitter every day and all that sort of stuff. I follow him and I try and bring you guys the updates. So there's a tweet from David Vonderhaar to Only Use Me Blade. If I can find it, I'll put it up on the screen now. If I can't, you guys just gonna have to believe me on this. You guys can go find it yourself. But there's a tweet from David Vonderhaar to Only Use Me Blade, and he says that they're going to be making changes to the knife, basically, and that Only Use Me Blade had an influence on this. So Woody's Gamertag made a video on this morning, and he basically was joking around, giving things, saying that you could juggle knives and like walk through people, which obviously is not true. He's just trolling and joking around. But what I want to talk to you guys about is, a more suitable solution, something serious that could be done to fix the knife and make it, good for the Call of Duty series. So right now the knife is a one-hit kill no matter what. And in Modern Warfare 2 they had the perk Commando, which made it so you could lunge from, a long way away, 5 feet away, and then when you got the pro of that, you would have no falling damage. And the way it is right now is it's just, you still got a fairly decent lunge. I think it's a bit too much, and that's the knife. So, I don't really like the knife in Call of Duty. I'm just going to let you guys know that. I'm not going to complain about it. I mean, it's not that big of an issue, and I'm not going to complain. You guys might like the knife. That's totally okay with me. But the thing is that they're going to be making changes to the knife. So what changes could be possible? I'm thinking that they're not going to be buffing it. Although they could be buffing it, but I don't think that's what's happening, because people were talking before Modern Warfare 3 came out, during the Black Ops days. Here I pick up the first Moab, by the way. People were talking, during the Black Ops days that Modern Warfare 3 was going to have a different knife system, and what that was going to be is there was different ideas that they had, but they said that the knife was a bit too powerful in Black Ops and Modern Warfare 2, so they were going to try and lower it. So what I want to say is, here are some of the ideas that people have come up with. So one is make the knife like Battlefield Bad Company. So in Battlefield Bad Company 2, I don't know about Battlefield 3, you guys can let me know about that, but Battlefield Bad Company 2, which is a game that I have and that I play, in that game, the knife, you have to hit the right bumper, I think, and then it comes out. It's just like Call of Duty, it's a one-shot kill, but it takes forever to come out. So it's basically like if you're running into a guy, in a one-on-one gunfight, you're not going to knife him. The knife is more of a humiliation tactic, so if you come up behind a sniper, in the back of the map or in some building, you can basically knife him in the back and take his dog tag, is what it's called in Battlefield, which is basically like, it's kind of like a humiliation tactic, right? And that's what I think the knife should be in a shooting game, that if you come up behind a guy, you can give him a knife to kill him. And I think that in Battlefield, it's a bit too slow for Call of Duty, since Call of Duty is a more fast-paced game. And here, guys, the enemy team starts rage quitting, so this part gets a bit slow, but you'll see I do pick up the Moab, as they're all down by A-Dom for the rest of the game. But yeah, I think the knife is a bit too slow from Battlefield to transfer into Call of Duty, because Call of Duty is a much more fast-paced game, and it's a lot quicker. There's smaller maps, faster killing guns, all that sort of stuff. And yeah, so what I think they should do is, there's a couple options here. So that would be one. The other option is making the knife something that everyone has and that you have to pull out. So kind of like a ballistic knife, or yeah, ballistic knife, I think that's what it was called in Black Ops. You have to pull it out, but I think everyone should have one. So you could have 3 weapons, kind of. You'd have, like a P90, and then you'd have your pistol, USP, and then you'd have the knife. So you'd have to pick that out. But I think that would be kind of hard to work out with the button layout, because you don't want to press Y 3 times to switch back from a pistol back to your knife or that sort of stuff. So I think that's kind of hard to work out unless they took away your secondary and just gave you the knife, which would be underpowered in my opinion. So what I think is more of, the best way to fix it is to make the knife a 2-shot kill to the front side. So if I run up beside a guy and I knife him, that's not going to kill him. That's basically going to, weaken him, or it should damage him to 1 bullet maybe. That would make it fair. Damage him to 1 bullet, so then all you have to do is turn around and get 1 shot off on him and to get the kill. And then from the back side, or the sides even, just not head on. I think the knife should be a 1-shot kill from the back or the sides. But head on, I think it definitely needs to be, less powerful, because sometimes people will call what's called panic knifing, and lots of people have a problem with this, is they run around the corner, and people who use default button layout, they just squeeze their controller because they get mad, or they get, not mad, but scared. And here I pick up the second Moab, call them in back to back on these fools. And yeah, but panic knifing is something when you just press the button as you come around the corner and get the knife. So let me know in the comment section what your thoughts are on the knife and how it should be fixed in Call of Duty Black Ops 2. And if you guys did enjoy this gameplay, I think it was a pretty epic gameplay, so give this video a like. That would be awesome if you could hit 600 or 700 likes again. And as always guys, subscribe for a cookie. I'm out. Peace!